So guys, in this video what we're going to be doing is pure and simple. We're going to be using the Man United team, using the 2020-2021 database on Championship Manager 0102. Going to take that Man United team and try and turn them into a title winning team. Now just before we do start the show guys, please make sure that you do smash a like on the video, and of course if anyone is new, subscribe to the channel. And apart from that guys, let's start the show. Let's see whether or not if we can get Man United into a title winning team with the 2020 database. So, during the start of the first part of the window, we've managed to bring in Klosterman, Arnold, Ward-Prowse, and obviously Lamar as well. These guys, these individual guys, we've managed to bring them in because our weakest point of our team at the moment in time is through the middle, central midfield, defensive central midfield, and centre-back as well. So these guys are going to help bolster our options, give me more of a headache when it comes to match day, when it comes to selecting a team. So now we've got our players sorted. This is the team that we're going to be going with. So there's going to be no more transfers for coming in to the squad. There may be some players that leave Man United, we will see. But we're going to be going straight forward to our first game, which is going to be the Champions League qualifying match. So at the start of our first match, we are away to Slavia Prague in the Champions League playoff first leg. Now we've got Arnold, one of our new boys, starting in the team, playing in the defensive central midfield role. Now it's coming up to half time and we're still 0-0. We're going to have to do some changes here at the moment. I mean, we've got Rashford up front with Cavani, so we might have to bring on Mason Greenwood on for Rashford. See if these two can partner any better. And it's Greenwood, 1-0. Come on, Greenwood. Oh, Pogba, 2-0. Get in, Pogba. So we're bringing in Klosterman on for Victor Lindelof now. See if we can hold this lead. And it's 3-0 now. We'll bring on Konrad Lamar on for Arnold. We'll give him a chance now for the last 24 minutes. But 3-0 away against Slavia Prague. Good start to our Champions League campaign. Good start. And it's 4-0 now. Paul Pogba with his brace as well as Greenwood. Great start to our first game in the Champions League playoff first leg. It is a great start, but we cannot stop there because obviously it's we need to set a tone obviously for the rest of the league. Now obviously we've got the second leg that should be coming up very, very shortly as well. But I think, big up to the new players that's joined our team. So let's start off with the second match. Fantastic result, fantastic. It's brilliant. 4-0 away to Slavia Prague. It's a really good result for us. The first half you could see that we were trying to get to grips with, the style of play that I wanted us to do. But as soon as the second half began, obviously we brought on Mason Greenwood for Marcus Rashford. And you can see the difference at Slavia Prague were starting to slow down. They were starting to tire. So that was the one thing that we took away from that obviously they tire very, very quickly. But we can't count our chickens just yet. Obviously, we've got the second leg that we need to focus on as well as our Champions League campaign, as well as our Premier League campaign as well. So, but good start, and good big things to come for myself and Manchester United here in the 2020-2021 season. Our first league game of the new season, we are away against Tottenham Hotspurs. Now, looking through our stats at the moment, you can see we kept the same team, but I want to look at how we played in the last game. Looking through the certain stats here, as you can see, I'm looking at Max Arnold, his pass and his completion rate looks really, really good. His tackling and one rate is really good as well. But yeah, so, I mean, like I said, we're going to be keeping the same squad, same starting lineup. just see whether or not if we can develop from that. But so here we go. So it's 1-0 already. Paul Pogba, but Gareth Bale equalises straight away. But Pogba again, 2-1. We'll have a look at this lineup here. So we're going to bring on Mason Greenwood again because it obviously brought on a huge difference when we played Slavia Prague instead of Marcus Rashford. Once again, looking at Max Arnold's passing and completion rate, just seeing whether or not if it's viable to bring on anyone else. But we're going to be sticking with the same substitution for the minutes. And Greenwood again. Greenwood. He's making it hard for me to not keep him in the starting lineup. So we're looking at bringing on a subs now. So Conrad Lemar for Max Arnold. And we're looking at one more substitution as well. Klosterman coming on for Victor Lindelof, even though he has played a lot better than Harry Maguire. But Maguire is our captain, obviously, so we don't really want to take him off at this moment in time. But Greenwood and Fernandes, 5-1 against Tottenham. Brilliant score, brilliant score. Let's see the post-match results. What a great victory here today against Tottenham Hotspurs. Even though we conceded very, very quickly after we scored our first goal, I thought that we managed to actually keep control, keep our composure really well against a very good Tottenham side. Now, obviously, Pogba and Greenwood once again both combining to scoring a brace each. That's 4 goals each in the past 2 games for us, so it's a really good start. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes finishing off the masterclass and obviously completing the route, making it 5-1. Brilliant start to our Premiership League campaign. Brilliant start to the managerial campaign, obviously with the 2020-2021 database. Next game ahead, obviously, we've got to look forward now. We can't just celebrate too much. You know, we haven't won the league. We haven't won the Champions League. We haven't won anything yet. So we need to keep focused. We need to keep our sharpness, and we need to make sure that we work hard, obviously, going forward, further forward, I should say, to try and compete for all major trophies. Our first home league game of the season, obviously we are at home against Fulham. Mason Greenwood is injured, as you can see, he's out for a month. So I'm going to be looking to bring in a youth player. Now we all know Anthony Alanga, he seems to be doing really, really well at the moment. So we're going to bring him on as my last substitution. But going back over the last game, you know, Max Arnold, he seems to be a rock-solid force in the central defence midfield role. But I want the other guys as well to have a chance to be playing in, you know, as in the CDM. But at the same time, I don't want to rock the boat too much. But we're going to bring on Anthony Martial for Marcus Rashford. We'll start the game. We'll see how we get on against Fulham. But Anthony Martial and Cavani both scores their first goals of the season. Cracking start, 2 early goals. And Cavani again. Fernandes, 4-0 at half-time. I can't keep up with it. I can't keep up. We'll bring on Alanga for the second half. We're also going to be bringing on Ward-Prowse for Donny van der Beek as well. Give him a little bit of a run out. See how we get on against Fulham. But Loftus-Cheek makes it 4-1. That's not a good start in the second half by us. So Conrad Lemar is going to be coming on. Arnold's going to be taking a rest for this game. As you can see, we are still heavily powering them. And Gareth Bale signed for Fulham in this game. Martial's injured, so we're going to finish the game with 10 men. But nonetheless, we won 4-1 against Fulham. Cracking result. We're top of the table. On to the post-match comments. First league home game of the season. 4-1 against Fulham. Fulham are a really good side. I don't care what anyone says. On their day, they can beat anyone. So we had to make sure that we wasn't going to let them create as many chances as possible. And obviously, we were the one that had to create the chances. And luckily for us, obviously, we turned up today, bagging 4 goals. You know, I mean, in the first 3 games of the season, you know, we scored 13 goals, you know, and conceding 2. Really good start, you know, especially defensive way. You know, we're showing that we're going to be a formidable force, you know, hopefully throughout this whole entire season. But nonetheless, you know, we're top of the table, you know, albeit by goal points, by goals scored. But nonetheless, we are still top of the table. we're going to be driving forward for this season. We're going to be driving forward, seeing whether or not we can win the Premier League. Why not try the Champions League as well? Why not try all the other cups? We are going to try and dominate football this season using this Manchester United team. Our second leg of the Champions League qualifier, Anthony Martial is injured now as well. So it's, we're going to be bringing back Martial, obviously, to start with Cavani. Dan James is going to be on the subs bench as well. But, I mean, because we're taking a 4-0 lead into the second leg, obviously playing at Old Trafford, we're going to try and chop and change a few players, see how we get on. But start the second leg, hopefully we can, get a good result against Slavia Prague. But, I mean, once again, it's coming up to 0-0, and it's coming up to half time, and it's 0-0. We need to be playing a hell of a lot better. So Alenga is going to be coming on for Rashford, hopefully keep him fit for the next game, of course. That's the only substitution we're going to make in the half-time period. But I mean, you look at the team; it's still a fantastically strong team. We need to be creating more chances. So come on, boys, we need to be winning this. I don't care how we win it, but we need to win it. We're going to bring on another substitution. Alex Telles hasn't played this season so far, so he's going to come on for Luke Shaw over at left back. And no! How can we let a goal in against Slavia Prague? Delhi makes it 1-0 for Slavia Prague, but that's not how we should be playing right now. Come on, let's bring it back. We've had a goal disallowed. A 1-0 loss against Slavia Prague, not a good result. Our last game for this episode, we are away to Burnley. Obviously, David De Gea wants a new contract, so we'll have to give him a new contract. I'm not going to let him. Be unhappy for that. Obviously, going after the last game when we lost to Slavia Prague, not a really good result that we lost to them 1-0. So what we are going to do is we're going to be putting a few changes into the squad. So Arnold's going to be coming back on. Lindelof will come on for Klosterman again. So we've still got Rashford and Cavani partnership. But hopefully to the end of this first episode, hopefully we can get a good victory. But McNeil, bloody idiot, McNeil makes it 1-0 for Burnley. Cavani with the equalising goal. Our first shot on target, and we scored. So we're not going to make any changes, I don't think. Just looking at some of the passing completion, some of them, we had got a really good passing completion success rate. But obviously we need to try and do something. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a 4-1-2-2-1 with obviously Cavani as the lone striker, have Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford doing those runs either side of Cavani. But the second half, and it's 2-1. Marcus Rashford makes it 2-1 for us. He scores his first goal of the season. So looking at some of the conditions of the players now, as you can see, Paul Pogba is at 80%. He hasn't really had a rest since we started the season. Obviously, Donny van der Beek's had a few rest periods. Obviously, Arnold's had a few rest periods as well. So obviously, Lamar is coming on. Don't know if we're going to be bringing anyone else on. Hithery about it. But I mean, I'm looking at James Ward-Prowse. Obviously, he's a really good player. But Dan James is going to come on for Van der Beek. Obviously, he's on a yellow card. Bring Bruno Fernandes in the central midfield role. And Rashford, 3-1. 3-1. Thank you, Marcus Rashford. Great result. 3-1 victory against Burnley. Looking through the stats, we turned up in the second half. All 3 shots on goal in the second half were on target. Post-match results. Okay, so Burnley did score an early goal, but we recovered well. We managed to recover really well and obviously grabbed an equaliser just before half-time. Changed the system ever so slightly for the second half, just to see whether or not if he could bring a little bit of extra juice, an extra little bit of flavour to our team. And rightfully so, it does. Scoring 2 more goals, obviously in the second half, making it 3-1. Really, really happy with that performance. we're sitting top of the table, which is more than what I could have asked for at this moment in time. I thought that we'll be chasing Man City, but right now Man City are chasing us, which is something I'm quite happy to have it continue throughout the rest of the season. But anyway, really good result. Really happy with it, and look forward to seeing much more from the other games that we have coming up. Really happy with the end of our first episode using the 2020 database on Championship Manager 0102. Now guys, if you have liked this video, please make sure that you do smash a like on the video, and of course if any of you are new, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell as well so you know when the latest videos have been uploaded to our channel. As well guys, please make sure that you do obviously look through the other videos that we do have on our channel at TGR, that's Gaming Robbo, because we have so much more than just Championship Manager. We're looking at DOSBox games, we're looking at old Championship Manager 94 games now. We're looking at so many different things now to try and bring a little bit of variety within the channel. But anyway, guys, apart from that, thanks very much for your time. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you at the next video here at TGR. That's Gaming Robbo.